Most creators and brands don't realize the true power of a lead magnet, or how simply offering real value to your audience with something as basic as a checklist, a swipe file, a template, or a resource list can take you from having zero leads and no core audience to building thousands of leads, true fans, and a thriving brand, business, or community in just a few months. Look, I get it. You may be stuck at the what value can I share stage. And trust me when I say I'm confident you all have something your audience needs or wants. You just have to find out what that is and how you can help them with that. I used helpful lead magnets to grow this brand to over 100K across Instagram and YouTube, and to build my email list and newsletter, which is growing every day and is currently in the top 30% for click-through rates on Beehive. Almost every single person on my list came from a simple lead magnet. Now, not only do I have a core audience who actually reads my content, but I can also consistently help them and easily offer services or digital products whenever I need. It's a win-win and a no-brainer strategy. And if you're a small account, that's even better. Start doing this today. The powerful tool we'll be diving into in this video is called Gamma, and you can sign up today for free at gamma.app. Now, I've been using Gamma for months, and it helped me generate hundreds of leads with ease. One of the hardest parts that most people have with a lead magnet is getting the value right, and then making sure the design looks on brand and quality. Luckily for us, the new Gamma agent is going to help us do just that. The links for Gamma are going to be down in the description and the pinned comments, so make sure to go check those out and follow along with the video. Trust me, if you stick with this process, you can go from zero audience and zero clients to hundreds, even thousands of real leads and a whole list of potential clients for your brand or business. In this video, you're going to learn 3 important things. 1, the power of a lead magnet and how to identify the perfect lead magnet idea using content you already have. 2nd, how to generate that lead magnet in seconds using a powerful AI agent. And 3rd, how to quickly research, design, and polish your lead magnets so it looks professional, draws downloads, and builds trust, making it way easier to build a core audience or client list and upsell to your services or digital products down the line. Plus, you'll discover how Gamma can supercharge your brand resources all around and your content creation. You can take any idea, outline, or brand theme and instantly turn it into a polished presentation, webpage, PDF, or social post. No design skills needed. You're about to tap into what 50 plus million creators, consultants, and educators are already using to drive real engagement and results. Remember that the links for Gamma are down in the description and the pinned comments. And real quick, before we dive in, I wanted to let you know I built an auto DM bot to automate my Instagram comments and DMs so I didn't have to pay for expensive tools like ManyChat anymore. Your lead magnet strategy needs automations to work. It's as simple as adding a CTA to your Instagram post and having your audience comment and then sending them over your lead magnet. If that sounds like something you need, just know that for a limited time, I'm letting people get access to that completely for free. The links for that are down in the description and the pinned comments as well. Go try it out and let me know what you think. So once you log into Gamma, this is the first view you're going to see. This is your workspace. Here at the top, you've got 3 options to start creating. So you've got Create New with AI. New Gamma. So this is going to allow you to create a new blank presentation, document, social post, or a web page inside of Gamma. Below that, you can see that there is a workspace template section, and this is where you're going to be able to use templates that you save inside of here if you have a pro account. So let's close this. And then next to here, you have the import button. If we click on this, it'll show you that you can import your content and have it enhance your content with AI, add images and layouts, rewrite your content and more. Then you have your plain import, so it's going to import the text and images without changing the content. And then below that, we have the theme import. So you can upload your brand template from an existing presentation, and it'll create on-brand content for you. Now over to the left, we have the main menu. Below this, we have the shared with you option. If you click this, you'll be able to see any Gammas that are shared with you. Below that, we have the site options, and here you're going to be able to see the websites that you build inside of Gamma. It can actually build websites for you and design websites for you. Below the sites, we have the AI image section. This is where you're going to be able to see any images that you generate inside of Gamma. They'll be saved here. Below that, you have a folder section. So if you click on this plus, you can create a new folder or you can join a folder so you can organize your Gammas by topic and share them with your team. Below this, we have templates. And with a pro account, you can create custom templates. So here it says add a Gamma Pro account. So you can create your first custom template. Next to the custom templates, we have these standard templates. These are all high quality. They look really good. It's one of the reasons why I always keep coming back to Gamma. I just like the look of the final outputs. And then next to that, we have the archive section. So here you can save templates or archive templates. Below the templates option, we have the themes option. We can customize our themes, and you don't have to have a pro account for this. You can just click here on new theme, or you can import a theme. Next to that, we have the standard themes that are available inside of Gamma. Again, high quality. I really like these. And next to that, we have the archive section as well, just like the template section. Below that, we have a custom fonts option, which allows you to upload custom fonts into Gamma to use with your creations. And below that, we have the trash, right? So we can see anything that we deleted here. So let's go back to the main workspace by clicking on Gammas, and let's start building. So let's click on this button here that says Create New. Here it says Create with AI. How would you like to get started? And we have 4 options to start creating. First, we have paste in text, so you can create from notes, an outline, or existing content. You have generate, so create from a 1-line prompt in a few seconds. Then you have import file or URL, enhance existing docs, presentations, or web pages. And then we have this remix a template option. Let's start with import a file or a URL. So here you can see that there are different kinds of files that you can import. For example, you can upload just a basic file like a PowerPoint, Word doc, or a PDF. And you can also import from your drives like Google Slides and Google Docs. And you can also import from a URL. So that means you can just take a web page URL and import a blog post or some Notion docs or an actual web page in here just by clicking here, enter URL. But what I want to do is upload a file that I already have on my computer and see what we can do with it. All right, so I'm uploading a lead magnet SWOT checklist, right? So it's a checklist to help people come up with lead magnets. This is a great example of a lead magnet that your community would want. The logic behind this is you're watching a video right now where I'm talking about lead magnets and how to create lead magnets. So a great lead magnet for this video would be something that teaches you guys how to do what we're doing here in this video. Anytime you can add extra resources to your content that's just going to help drive the point home or give people something helpful for when you're not around or they're not watching your videos, something they can download, have on their PC and use, maybe throw into ChatGPT, that's going to be super helpful and valuable to them. So think of the pain points your audience has, which you're probably already doing for your content. Think of how you can package the solutions that you offer in your content into these simple lead magnets, right? So I have this lead magnet identification SWOT checklist uploaded here. You can see it's in there. And here it says, what would you like to create with this content? I can either create a presentation, a web page, a document, or some social posts. I want to create a document first. So let's do document and let's do continue. All right. So now in the center here, we can see the content from the file that I uploaded. So it says lead magnet identification SWOT checklist. And it's got this breakdown of what you guys would want to do to identify your lead magnets, right? For your audience, for your niche. And to the left, we can see that it's got some settings. This first option here says generate. What it will do is fill in your outline with added details. So it'll use AI to add more context to whatever you upload into Gamma. Next to this, we have condense. So let's say you upload a heavy document, something with a lot of text. You can shorten the content to be more concise and presentable. And then we have the preserve option, which is currently selected, which is what I want because I want it to preserve the text that I gave it in this document. Below the text content, we have the output languages. If we click on this dropdown, you'll see there's a long list of languages that we can select from, allowing us to reach a global audience. And also, pro tip, you could take documents or resources or things that you find online. Obviously, don't steal anything from anybody. You can use this to translate that document so your audience understands it and they can benefit from that resource as well. Below that, we have visual settings. So you can select the theme. These are all the pre-built themes that we were looking at earlier. We also have the image source option here. If we click this drop down, you'll see that it has an automatic setting, stock photo setting, web images, AI images, illustrations, animated GIFs, image placeholders. Also, don't add images if you don't want any images in there, and accent images. Below this image source option, you have the AI image model option, which gives you a long list of different models, the top models actually out right now, to select for generating your images inside of your document. So you can select from this long list. You can see here it says DALL-E 3, GPT image, Ideogram 3.0, Imagine 4, You got the Ultra models as well. So you've got Flux Context Max, Flux Ultra, GPT Image Detailed, Ideogram 3.0 Quality, and Image 4 Ultra. So the best image models are inside of Gamma as well. Underneath that, you have the image and art style that you can select from. So you have illustration, you have photorealistic, abstract, 3D, line art, and custom. And here you have an option to add in keywords. So you can add keywords like minimalism, colorful to maintain consistency in your image style. Underneath here, we have the format. So in case we want to switch from document to presentation or web page or social, we can do that again here. Below the format, we have the page style. If we click here, you can see it gives us the option of either default, pageless, letter, and A4. Now, up here to the right, we have additional instructions. So if you want to add in any specific instructions that you want the model to follow apart from those settings, you can add that here. And then you have some tips at the bottom. At the bottom of the screen, you're going to see your cards option. This is going to allow you to select the number of cards that will be generated from your content. Right now it's set to 10, but I've given it just like one page of content. So I'm going to drop this down to maybe 2 or 3 cards, see what it does with that. Let's do 3 cards. And I haven't set anything. We've got the theme set at what it gave me, the AI images, all this stuff is just straight out of the box. So let's just hit generate and see what it does with the document I gave it. All right, so just like that, in a matter of seconds, it's generated our lead magnet. So here it says lead magnet identification SWOT checklist, plug and play AI prompts to uncover and package your most profitable lead magnet idea. It's added in this really cool graphic. I like this a lot. I think it's perfect. Here it says what this is. By the end of this checklist, you'll have a complete ready-to-go lead magnet idea based on your unique content and audience. And then down here, it has the framework. So it's basically saved us a bunch of time by adding in these designs, by adding in the layout, by changing up the colors, making this look more professional. Here at the top, you can see there are some options to edit the theme. So if you wanted to change the theme, just click on theme. And here to the right, you'll see that there are now options that I can pick from for different themes. So you can select a new theme and it'll change it up. Let me show you guys how this works. So let's click on maybe this theme here and let's see if it'll change it. It's automatically changed the theme of our document. As you can see, the top page is now different, has a different background. So it's pretty quick, pretty easy to mess around with this. Let's click on another one. All right, and you can see it's changed the background of our document. So that's a fast way to just go through different concepts and ideas for what you're making. Once you close the theme window to the right, you'll see that there are options to either search through the document, to add basic blocks, to add images, to create smart layouts, to add smart diagrams, to add charts and graphics, to add videos and media, to embed apps and web pages, forms and buttons as well. So this is great for generating leads, right? You can add a form in there that captures an email. But for now, we're just looking at this as a downloadable lead magnet. One of the new features that Gamma just added is this agent option here. If we click on this, it's going to open up the Gamma agent. It says introducing your AI editing partner, Gamma Agent. Starting today, editing in Gamma is easier than ever. We've built the collaborative AI experience to bring you new and powerful tools to help you bring your vision to life. Not sure what to try? Ask the agent. Research anything, refine everything, restyle instantly. Let's try the Gamma agent. Now we can see the new agent opened here on the right, and it's got some options for us to select right here. So it says visualize text heavy cards, spot weak arguments and suggest solutions, find opposing data. So let's ask the agent something simple like restyle this and see what it does. The agent has changed up the theme. It restyled our deck using this consultant theme. And I think this actually looks better than what we had set before. So I think that looks great. Let's now ask it to add a clear definition at the bottom of our document of what a lead magnet is. So add a clear definition of what a lead magnet is and how to use them at the end of our document. All right, so let's hit enter. And let's see what it does with this. The cool thing about the agent is that it works for you. Like if you want to add more context or check some more sources or add some more information to something, you can use the agent for that. So it looks like it's modified it and it's giving us a choice from the variations of what it's done here. To the left, we can see what it did. So it says, what is a lead magnet and how to use it? A lead magnet is a valuable piece of content or resource that you offer for free in exchange for a prospect's contact information, usually their email address. So this is key. We haven't brought that up yet in this video, but you want their email address. It's all about the email list. And your lead magnet is going to have to take them somewhere, right? A form or somewhere for them to submit their email. Here it says key characteristics of an effective lead magnet: solve specific problem, provides immediate value, is easy to consume, target your ideal customer, position you as an expert, how to use your lead magnet, create a landing page with a compelling headline, offering email sign up and set up email sequences, promote widely, track and optimize. This is great. I'm actually going to leave this in here. So this is perfect. And this is how you would use it. Like, let's say you wanted to build out a heavy document or like something that you were going to sell, maybe a digital product, a course, whatever it may be. You could use the agent to build out each segment of that. This information that is added here is actually perfect for this document. So I'm 100% keeping that in this document. This is a great way to use the agent. All right, so let's test out the agent again. We're going to see how powerful it really is. I'm going to use its research function. I'm going to paste in a prompt here that I had ready. So it says research and add a list. Let me add here a list of effective real lead magnet ideas that people can use for their brand or business, no matter the niche. Max 30 ideas. So let's hit send and let's see what it gives us. All right, so the agent is finished, and here we can see that it says that it searched the web. So that is a new functionality that they've added into the platform. So the agent actually can double check that your content is actually legitimate and make sure that the information that you're putting in your documents is correct. It's not just pulling from some old training, it's searching the web for the information that it's giving you. And that's one of the best things you can have when you're using any AI model, is that ability. So let's check out what it added here. It says 30 universal lead magnet ideas that work for any business. Here are 30 effective lead magnet ideas that work across all business niches. Let's see what it put. So it says quick and actionable checklists and cheat sheets, templates and worksheets, swipe files and scripts, quick start guides, resource lists and toolkits, comparison charts, planners and calendars. It's got some stuff for educational content, so ebooks and guides, mini courses, webinars, master classes, video tutorials, interactive and personalized options like quizzes and assessments, ROI calculators, free audits, consultations. Right, so these are all real examples of lead magnets because it did search the web for relevant and real information. So with these new pages that the agent has added into our lead magnet, I think it's good to go. If we want to export this document, we come over here to these three dots in the top right corner, click on this, and we're going to go to export. And here it's going to give us all the options we have for exporting the document, right? We can export as a PDF, export to PowerPoint, export to Google Slides, export as PNGs. You can also post directly to LinkedIn here. What I want is a PDF. So let's do export here, and let's just wait for it to export. Now, if you guys want this free resource that we built today, just know that it will also be available down in the description of this video. So you guys can download it, mess around with it, use it. It's valuable information that's going to help you create your first lead magnet. So go check that out. So that was the import file or URL option. Now the paste in text option is very straightforward. You basically just take text and you paste it into Gamma. So you would paste it in here and you generate your document or whatever you're trying to make with just the text that you pasted in there. But what I want to show you is the generate from a prompt option. So here you're going to be able to use Gamma and a simple text prompt to generate your presentation, your web page, your document, or your social media posts. So instead of uploading a document, here you can start from scratch. This is going to be super helpful for those of you watching this video that want to get started creating lead magnets, but you just don't know where. First, you can get the resource that I just created, and then you can use this tool here and prompt Gamma to create the whole thing for you from scratch. For example, I'm going to give it a prompt and I'm going to let Gamma do all the work. Let me paste in the prompt. It says, create me a lead magnet I can share with my audience, a guide on how to craft the perfect hook for virality on Instagram. Make sure to research and use proven strategies and frameworks. It's set to document. We've got 10 cards selected. Let's change this to 3 cards. And we can leave this at page list. We'll leave it at English, and let's generate the outline first. So first, this is going to generate us an outline. And it says, the ultimate guide to crafting the perfect hook for virality on Instagram. It's got a section for why the hook is your Instagram game changer. It's got proven frameworks and psychology triggers behind viral hooks. It's got a step-by-step strategy to create irresistible Instagram hooks. And then it has our conclusion. Now, if you want to add more information, you can click on add a card. You can also type in these 3 lines for card breaks. But I think this looks great. Let's keep scrolling down and see what other options we have to edit. So we can customize our Gamma by changing the text content, so the amount of text per card. Right now it's on concise. We can change it to detailed or extensive. And then we have the visual settings, right, for the themes that we can select, and our image source and our image model and the type of images it's going to include in the guide. So let's change up the images. Let's do line art. And we can add here minimalist as one of the keywords. The AI image model, we'll keep it at whatever it has auto selected. And for the images, we'll keep it at automatic. For the theme of this, let's change this to like this theme here. And let's hit generate. And let's see what we get. So here you're seeing, starting from complete scratch with a simple prompt, it's building the lead magnet. Like you didn't have to do any work. Just come over to Gamma, start prompting Gamma, and build out your lead magnet right inside of here. And I love watching it build out the lead magnet. Like, look at this. All right, so in a matter of seconds, it's created the lead magnet. This took me, what, 2 minutes? Check this out. If we scroll down, this looks great. It looks very professional, very clean. Let's actually look at this in a presentation format. Let's check out how the different pages of this look. So let me go through this. Step-by-step strategies. Here it says start with a bold statement, use visuals that pop, leverage trending formats, craft captions that amplify, test and iterate, automate lead delivery. I mean, look at how professional this is. I'm a creative and an artist, and I've been designing different things online for years. And just the fact that you don't even have to think about it, it's going to lay it out perfectly for you. Like, even if it's something super simple, your audience is going to feel great receiving these kinds of things and not just some sloppy white text document. It looks great. It looks ready to send. You don't have to think about this too much. I would obviously suggest reading these over and checking the outputs on any AI model, on anything you do with AI. But this here is doing a great job without too much work on your end. And the more information you can give this tool, the better your lead magnets are going to be. So you can always reference other documents that you upload, or you can use this simple prompt method, which I think is going to save a whole lot of you time and energy. You're going to be able to focus on your content and growing your brand and not spending days on your lead magnets. So stop overthinking your lead magnet. Let the Gamma agent help you from start to finish. The links to Gamma are going to be down in the description and the pinned comments. And if you want the system that automates your Instagram DMs and comments and sends your lead magnet instantly, the link for the auto DM bot I built is also right there in the description and the pinned comments. Go check that out as well. And if you're interested in taking all this automated AI content and making sure it sounds authentic and human, watch the video that's going to show up on the screen right here to make your content undetectable. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on those notifications, and I'll catch you all in the next one.